Hello all, Dark Star here. I'm going to try and record my helicopter check ride in the NeoFly helicopter check ride anyway. So we've got our helicopter here out of KGPM Grand Prairie, which is in Texas near Dallas. And we are ready to spawn in. I was doing a live stream yesterday and ended up needing a helicopter certification. I tried to do one real quick. My first attempt completely failed because I didn't understand what they were going to ask. So it's like, you fail, like right off the tarmac. So I restarted that and then I did a check ride and it went really, really well until the end. And I touched down really hard, almost failed. And I got a 0-star certification. So I was able to do the thing I wanted to do, which was the exploration. My first time doing an exploration. So, all right. So now on this check ride, it won't actually start until you shut down your engines. So you have to shut down your engines.
Remember that here at NeoFly, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. It's important not to bank or pitch too much for the duration of the flight.
Okay,
First
so now
step, start your engines, following the aircraft procedure. You can refer to the checklist if you have them available. Now that the engine is running, you can take off. When you reach the correct altitude, I'll ask you to hover.
Okay, so I missed that tip the first time. I didn't see that it said climb to 15 feet. So I thought we were going to climb up and try to hover, so I just took off. And it's like, you failed. Okay. All right, now I find certain phases of this easier to do from an external view. So I'm going to do my hovering from here. If you have the shadow, it helps even more because you can kind of judge as you're getting closer to the ground better. All right, so let's try and get into a little hover here. We want to just go up a little bit. I don't know that you actually need 15 feet, but you just kind of inch up a little bit until they say.
Okay, now the hover test. Maintain this position and altitude for 20 seconds.
Okay, not doing a great job there, but now we're stable.
Now climb to 1,000 feet HE hour.
All right, now we just want to climb up, and it helps to know your current altitude. I'm going to set my barometer. So we're at, I don't know, what were we at? 550-ish. Now I did a third check ride to try to beat my 0-star, and I ended up failing it and losing my helicopter certification. So I'm doing it again. I was trying to be tricky and just spin around for the 360 instead of actually turning. That didn't work well. I lost too much altitude and it failed me. So I'm going to do what I did the time that sort of worked. I thought I actually did pretty well. I just kind of kept my speed slow. So we're here around this 40 to 60 knot mark. Climb a little faster here.
Delta Sierra Delta 29er 14, continue for south departure.
One other thing you might want to do is go into calm weather. So you're not having to fight like nasty winds or something. Okay. So note your starting altitude better than I did, and note also your heading, right? And what your reciprocal heading is. So like we're going basically due south, so we're going
Dark
to...
Star Delta Sierra Delta, 29er14 acknowledge, last transmission.
Tower Dark Star Delta Sierra Delta 29er14 continue for south departure.
Now do a U-turn. Remember to watch your bank angle.
Okay, so I was messing with the stupid radio there, so but what you want to do is just start a nice easy turn. Don't forget you can use your rudder a little bit. Watch that altitude. I don't know what the right way to do it is. I kind of use my collective to control my vertical speed just a little bit. And again, we're just kind of turning until we point south here. And of course, I mean, pitch can will also control your vertical speed somewhat. Okay, here comes south. So I'm going to slow my turn down.
Now climb to 3,000 feet AGL, maintaining the same heading.
Alright, I'm going to increase my climb. So we were supposed to go, so right now we're at about 1,000 AGL, so we need to climb about 2,000 feet. And again, I'm trying to keep my airspeed kind of between 40 and 60. So if you're going too fast, you want to pitch up a little bit. Again, use your collective to moderate your climb.
Dark Star Delta Sierra Delta 29er14, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Tower Dark Star Delta Sierra Delta 29er14 frequency change.
So at 1,000 feet per minute, this should take about 2 minutes. Just try and hold that, your heading, in my case, north. I let it turn a little bit, but one thing that helps is picking something off in the distance, kind of keeping that in the same spot on the window. As you're coming up on your 3,000 feet above ground level, you want to start slowing your climb a little bit. Because now they're gonna be doing 360, and you want to hold your altitude. So you want to note your altitude. Try and keep that with your vertical speed close to 0 as you do a 360 turn.
Now fly a complete circle, and while holding the same altitude.
Alright, so let's steady out our vertical speed here. And then just a little bit of a bank, a little bit of collective. Vertical speed. I'm going to try to hold about 3,500 feet here. I've let my speed pick up quite a bit, more than I meant to. That's okay, it doesn't judge you on speed, but there's our airport way over there. I'm dropping here, so I need to get a little bit on the climb side. looking for north. I'm picking up too much speed. Now I'm climbing a little too much. I didn't say I was good at this. Just sharing my experience. Okay, here comes north. So.
Well done. You can now fly your final traffic pattern and land. Please remember, a landing vertical speed greater than -400 feet per minute will fail this part of the test.
Okay, so now what I want to do is start a descent. And I need to make a 180. Our airport is to the south of us. We don't want it too steep of a bank angle because they get unhappy. And I do want to start slowing down just a little bit, even though I'm going to be descending. So I want to get that pitch up just a bit. And then try to get maybe around 500 feet per minute descent as we come along the south here. There we go. We have our assists up to make finding the airport easy, hopefully. So I guess do sort of a teardrop here. Sitting a little fast. Now I'm pretty far from the airport, so I'm going to go let my speed stay at where I am. I don't know what I'm at, 90 maybe. Now this landing is where I had trouble last time. I'm so terrible at this. So I thought I was right above the ground, and then I slammed it down hard. Whoops. I do find the H125 pretty easy to fly as the other helicopters go. Me and the Sky Crane is just a disaster. I posted a video of that Checkride. I had to do it like 15 times before I finally got it to complete, and only then by just basically giving up and just jerking the thing around until it connected that stupid tower. There's no way I can hover that thing at all. And then the way I slow down is I pitch up just a little bit, and then that'll start to lower my descent speed, so I back off on the collective just a hair. And then I let it kind of find a balance, and that'll be a little bit slower than it was. And then I can pitch up a little bit and lower the collective just a bit. And that tends to bring my airspeed down. Of course, I also end up hovering at about this point from the airport accidentally by doing it too much. Or I'll shoot way past the airport. I have a really hard time stopping where I want to. Lots and lots of practice needed. So we can slow down maybe to like 60. And again, see, my descent rate's way too high right there, right? I really want to keep it at about 400 or 500, but it's just a lot to watch when you're first learning. There, now we've got our speed down to about 80. It's at this point that I tend to start hovering like incorrectly. I'm trying to keep my speed up a little bit here. I reasserted my forward pitch a little bit, and I don't remember what I did with the collective now. I think I increased it bit to keep my descent rate. But all right, here we go. Now we're getting into the airport area. All right, we're okay, so I'm adding a little bit of collective here to slow my descent rate. And we're descending too fast, caught it. All right, but we're going pretty slow. Gonna go external now. So I can see where my skids are and I can see that shadow, right? Come on, 3 stars here.
Well done. You can now shut down your engine.
Nice.
Congratulations. I'm pleased to inform you you have passed this qualification test. Have a great day.
Oh my goodness. Yay. I was really disappointed to lose my certification yesterday. Okay. All right, so that's my check ride. Hopefully you can pass yours too.